You're listening to K-Poppin, every day 12 to 2 p.m., the fastest K-pop news with DJ Isak.
Be my super rookie. If her smile doesn't melt your heart, her talent will. She literally is the hottest solo artist for 2017. We've got Kriesha Chu in the studio. Hello.
Hello, I'm Kriesha Chu.
Hi. Our listeners have been freaking out all day today that you're joining us in the studio. So thank you for coming.
No, thank you for having me.
Congratulations on debuting.
Thank you so much.
So you had your official debut stage.
Yes.
And it got a lot of views.
Yes.
So how do you feel? I mean, is it sitting in that you've debuted?
Honestly, I still can't believe it.
You still can't believe it?
I feel like it went so fast.
Really?
Yeah.
So we've got a lot to talk about today. I know a lot of our listeners from around the world are trying to send in messages for today. So what we are going to do is I'm going to give you a chance to send in your messages. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways to do so. Our homepage is www.arirangradio.com. My show is K-Poppin. You can start sending in your messages through our send message board. Today we're going live through Facebook as well, and I'm going to be sharing that link for you so you can get a chance to send them in through there. Also, I totally forgot about this, but we do have a live stream on YouTube, and I'm going to try to read your messages from there as well. So continue to send those in. So many. And we're getting so many already. So after your debut stage, I know that there's a lot of people back home and a lot of people, your family, your friends, that probably were really excited. So who was the first person that called you after seeing your debut stage?
Of course my family was the first.
Has your family always been really supportive about your career?
Yes, since I was little, they were always like, you should sing here, try it for
Really?
that. They were the ones who were always like, because I didn't have a lot of confidence when I was little, so they were always the one who were supporting me and pushing me, like, you should try out new things, and I came here.
Wow! So all of that encouragement helped you.
Yes.
Okay, now we can't not talk about your audition program
Yes.
because, I mean, it's the big part of your career.
Yes.
And I don't know how you did it. You guys were memorizing like 5 different numbers a day. I don't know how you did it. But first, we're going to rewind the clock for some of the people who didn't get a chance to see the show. How did you end up joining the program?
I ended up joining the program as a trainee.
Okay.
Under my company Urban Works.
Okay.
Because this season of K-Pop Star 6 was the last season. So this time they kind of changed the rules and they let trainees join. So yeah, that's how I joined.
Okay, so then we're going to have to rewind it a little bit more. How did you come to Korea? We're going to have to rewind a little bit more today. So just in case nobody's heard this before, how did you come to Korea?
Well, I was always trying out auditions while I was in California in the US. And on the way, I got scouted and I got called by the company to come over to Korea and try out being a trainee, and
and the rest is history. Okay. Now, I mean, some of the listeners know, your background and your ethnicity and everything, but just in case nobody knows, there's just a few people tuning in like, wait, is she Korean? I think there's going to be a few questions about this. So give it to the world straight. So what's your background?
Both of my parents are Filipino.
Okay.
But we do have a little of Chinese blood in us.
In the family? Okay.
In the family, which is actually very common in the Philippines. But I was born in the Philippines.
Okay.
And I moved to America when I was 2.
Wow, okay.
And since then, I've been living in America.
So you're a North Cal girl.
Yes.
Okay, so you're from the Bay Area.
Yes.
Am I right? Okay. So yeah, she is a Northern California girl. So she is from the Bay Area. I have a lot of friends that are from there. So yeah, shout out to North Cal. Anyways, so yeah, the audition program, I mean, I think this season was, I mean, they really pushed the contestants. I mean, with, you know, the different numbers that you guys did. Yeah. And I know that you did a lot of different numbers, but honestly, which one is your all-time favorite? Like up until now, if I look back, this was the funnest stage we ever did.
Funnest stage. Oh, there was a lot. There was definitely a lot. But definitely our first live show was probably the best.
Okay. Just overall the live show?
Yes.
Were you not nervous? Because if I look back at your performances, you do not look nervous at all.
Oh, we were super nervous.
Really?
But at that time, we couldn't be nervous. There was like no time to be nervous. Because we were all just, everyone was just, okay, just do what you practiced. And there was just no time to be nervous. We just, okay, we got it.
We got it.
We got it. We'll just do it.
Now, this is your second radio show.
Yes.
Okay. And your first was in Korean, and now you get a chance to speak English, which is more comfortable for you.
But, yes, it feels a little weird, but
yeah, right? To be able to speak in English for so long. So is there anything that maybe during the even different Korean interviews that you've done that you really wanted to say and you wanted to express, but you couldn't because there was a little bit of a language barrier? You couldn't really think of the words at the time in Korean. Was there anything that you didn't get a chance to say there that you really want to talk about today?
There were a lot of those times.
There were a lot of those times.
There were a lot of those times. Well, every time I came on the radio, I don't think I got to properly thank everyone that supported me, and I think that was the most 아쉽다.
Rewarding? Yeah, rewarding?
Yes, that was the most. I regretted a lot of that.
Okay. Yeah, but this is what happens when all of us live in Korea for too long. We keep forgetting English words because it's so easy for us to express it in Korean. Okay, so you probably, when you were younger, pictured yourself 20 years old, you know, what you would be doing then, where you would be, at least once, you know, being an adult.
Yes.
Is it what you expected it to be now that you are older?
But actually, the weirdest thing was while I was in high school, around freshman year, I felt like there was something something big was gonna happen, but like I didn't. But the feeling was there. The feeling was there, but I just didn't know what it was.
Okay.
So.
This was the big thing.
Yeah, apparently that was it.
This was the big thing. Okay. Now, how long have you been a trainee? So how long have you been in Korea officially?
I came here around October 2015.
Okay, so about 2 years, about a year and a half, 2 years?
Yes.
Okay. What's the hardest thing about living here? Language, food?
The food is good, so I don't think that's a problem.
That's not a problem.
Not a problem, and probably language.
Language
was probably the most.
I heard that you were interested in the Korean language before you even came to Korea.
I was interested, but I was not good at it. I was only interested.
You're only interested, which most of our K-pop fans are. It's like you want to learn it so that you can understand your favorite K-pop groups.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So how are you working on your Korean skills now? Is there any particular ways that you're trying to perfect?
Well, right now, because of my schedule, I am just, while I'm at the company, I take
classes? Do you have a tutor?
I have like a tutor, and then I always ask if I don't know something.
Okay. All right. Yes. So no big hardships yet. Now, you've been getting a lot of attention for your amazing smile. And your eyes as well.
Thank you.
But you also can dance. Man, you can dance.
Oh, but the weird thing is, before I became a trainee, I did not dance at all.
What?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
No.
That's ridiculous.
No, I had no confidence in dancing at all. Being on stage and dancing, that thought was like so scary. But then it turned out on K-Pop Star, I did it every
you did it every day. You did it every day. So we need to jump into the album. So it's a single album. You get 2 tracks, and you got a chance to work with Jung Jun-young, which I heard that you were a fan of.
Yes, I was a fan of Highlight before since I lived in the U.S. and it turned out all my favorite songs were written by
him.
Yes. So I was very lucky enough to have the opportunity.
Okay, now obviously you had your fangirl moment when you saw him first, and it was probably really hard to get past that in the recording sessions. So what was it like recording with him?
Recording, it was actually really fun, and I did learn a lot. He is 선배님, so I did learn a lot. But the first day that I recorded in the recording studio was probably the most nervous I've ever been in my life. Because even though I thought I was doing well, I really, really wanted to do well that day. Because it was my first debut album, so of course I wanted to try my best with like no mistakes, but of course it was my first. It couldn't be perfect, but every time 영준이 선배님, if he came in suddenly, or you know how in the recording studio you could kind of see the people outside. So that made me more nervous, I think.
Oh yeah, no, it's very nerve-wracking because if they smile or laugh and you don't know what they're talking about, it's like, what did I do? What are they talking about me? Are they talking bad about me behind my back? Did I make a mistake? Yeah, it's very nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
It is. He just like came in all of a sudden sometimes to tell you something, or?
Oh no, he was there, but like sometimes I wouldn't know when he was there or not. So.
Okay. So then he would come in all of a sudden to help you out. Okay. Now with your first debut stage, I heard that you shared a dressing room with Sorbien twice. Is that true?
Yes, that is true.
I bet that was an interesting experience in itself.
Yes.
It's like, it's my debut stage. I'm already nervous, but I get a chance to share my
nervous moment
in the dressing room. So what was it like? Most memorable part of the day?
Oh, they were all super nice and sweet and nomu. What?
No, you get used to it. It's okay.
Very.
Korean starts popping out.
They were all very welcoming, so we got to exchange CDs, and yes.
It was a lot of fun. It
was
was
a lot of
probably
fun.
just a busy day.
It was super busy.
And you don't know how it went by. We need to talk about the music video. It looks like you had a lot of fun.
I have a lot of fun.
I have a lot of fun watching you having a lot of fun in your music video.
Thank you.
What was the most memorable scene? Maybe it was one of the shoots that even didn't make the cut for the music video, or was there a particular outfit that you enjoyed? Favorite moment of the music video?
Favorite moment of the music video? What was when I was the first scene when I'm walking down the sidewalk. Everybody behind me has like hard eyes and stuff, and then you know they all crash into each other and they get in a fight. Shooting that was super interesting.
To have people fall over you. Okay. So we're going to try to answer all of your questions today. I'm going to try to speed things up so that we can get around to all of your questions. We got a lot of things going on today with the message board and our Facebook Live and all that other fun stuff. So continue to send those in. In the meantime, though, you've come all the way here, and a lot of the listeners are waiting for your live performance. So you're going to be singing Trouble for us, your debut single. But just in case there's somebody who's been living in a cave for the past couple of days and hasn't listened to this song, please do tell us what Trouble is, what kind of song it is, you know, the whole Korean style of PRing your song. So what kind of song is Trouble?
Trouble is my title track, and it has a powerful, bold feeling to it, and it's about how this person is always in my mind, and because of that, it's causing me trouble, but at the same time, you know, maybe this isn't so bad.
This isn't so bad.
That kind of
Okay,
concept.
so you kind of like the feeling.
Kind of like the feeling.
Okay. Well, we've got Kriesha Chu in the studio today. We've got a lot of messages I'm going to try to read later, so continue to send those into our message board. But she is our Be My Super Rookie, and she's going to sing live for us. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. Okay. She's going to be singing her debut single, Trouble. And it's Cuteness Overload today with Kriesha Chu in the studio. She just sang live for us her debut single, Trouble. I don't think I've seen this many hearts on any of our message boards. We've got hearts going everywhere on our main message board, through our Facebook Live, also through our YouTube live stream. So many hearts, so many OMGs. You slayed it. All the high notes that you've been hitting, sitting down. Everybody's loving it. And today I have to agree. I love having her in the studio.
Thank you.
So she's very honest honest as it is, but we're going to turn up the honesty level just a little bit more for today before we come into your questions. No. So you're going to have to answer yes or no as fast as you can to the next couple of questions.
Okay.
And then I'm going to let you explain your answers afterwards. Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. We will. So, I mean, you were pretty much in a girl group, the entire program of K-pop star. So honestly, though, I like the fact that I'm a solo artist and I was able to debut as a solo artist. Yes or no? So being solo over a girl group. Yes. I like being a solo artist. Yes. Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Moving on. When it comes to compliments, with singing well and you dance very well, I like the compliment you dance very well just a little bit more. Yes or no?
No.
Okay. I love how she's like, Okay. You have the cutest look ever, but honestly, I'm a little bit on the tough side too. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. There's a lot of people who say that you look like 손현재, and after seeing pictures, I think maybe just a little bit we do kind of look alike. Yes or no?
Yes.
Moving on. When it comes to you and your siblings, you think you look the best out of all of them?
No.
Oh, okay. When it comes to the places you've been, so you were born in the Philippines. You've lived in San Francisco, but you've also been living here now. Yes. Which place do you think you would miss the most when it comes to that? And if it was maybe the place that you were born, so the Philippines. I miss the Philippines more out of the three places. Yes or no?
Out of the
three places that you've been. You miss the
I
Philippines.
miss all of them.
Oh, you miss all of them. Okay, so I guess no.
I miss them all equally.
Okay, miss them all equally. And when it comes to the next question, Korean is hard, but I still try to read all of the replies and comments that I get to all the articles of me. Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I think she's using her Korean skills or working on her Korean skills with those. And you have to choose. Oh, this one's really hard. Get ready. Get your heart ready. This next question is really hard. When it comes to doing a project group with one of these two artists, you have to choose between Hyorin of Sistar or Jung Junyoung. Who would you choose? I told you it was going to be hard. I told you it was going to be hard. You have to choose. It's going to be a project group. Who you going to be the group with? You have to choose.
I will choose by producer.
Okay. Okay. So, you like the fact that you debuted as a solo artist.
Yes.
But there's got to be pros and cons. I mean, there's probably pros when you were, being able to divide between the teams. So, what are some of the pros and cons as a group and as a solo artist?
Well, when we did K-Pop Star, it was because you're in a group, you could give each other strength and you could cheer each other on. But because I am now a solo artist, I have to do everything by myself and to cheer my own self up. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
I can do it. Okay. So, and obviously, 3 minutes does become a very long time to cover a song by yourself. Okay. And when it comes to compliments, since you said no, I want to see what is the all-time favorite compliment you've ever gotten. It can be more recently. It can be when you were younger. Just a compliment that just really was uplifting. It was one of your favorite compliments ever.
Uplifting? Well, when I did K-Pop Star, I got a lot of compliments there. And the most memorable compliment was when I first came out on the first round of K-Pop Star, because the judges told me that, oh wow, she has potential of becoming an artist in Korea or being successful. So I think I still remember that now.
Aww, okay. And you say you have a little bit of a tough side. So when does this tough side come out?
Well, it's not like tough, but everybody does think I have this cute image. Like 애교 and stuff. They think I'm really good at that, but honestly, I can't really do it.
Okay, so you do have a little bit of a tough side. And let's see here. Next question. You said that you missed all places the same.
Yes.
What do you miss about each place? So the Philippines, San Francisco, and if you were back in those places, what would you miss the most about Korea?
Well, I think America and Philippines both have like a homey feeling. So I think that's what I miss the most about there. And here in Korea, I feel like I've built another life here. So I think that's what I would miss.
Okay. But having a little bit more independence maybe.
Yeah.
Here. Okay. And you said that you would choose your producer if you were to do a project team.
Yes.
I hope this becomes like a headline to an article. But I know that he takes the reins with, the producing style. And I know that he probably talked with you a lot with, the type of genre you want to do. But if you could take a little bit more power into the genre that you did, if you were to do a project team with him, would there be something you would like to try? If there would be like an image you would like to try, or maybe a genre that you would like to do?
There would be a genre. I think R&B.
Ooh.
R&B around that path.
Around that path.
Around that path.
Ooh.
If you tried it, I think it would be good.
Okay. Now, we tried to talk a little bit about the recording process earlier, and we were talking about how for you, the first day wasn't, what you thought it would be. And I heard that there was a few more days that you had to go back into the studio to record. So the most memorable moment of the recording process, I mean, there's got to be one.
The most memorable was when Yong준현 선배님, he gave me a lot of critique and a lot of advice. So I think that was pretty memorable.
Oh, okay. Just the feedback that he kept giving you.
Yes.
Okay. Very unique experience, I bet.
Yes.
He did see you do a cover of their track.
Oh, yes, he did.
He did a reaction video with you sitting there to their track.
Yes.
What was that like?
Oh, probably... Oh, very, 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 very nerve-wracking. Because that day I didn't get to see that video either.
Oh,
that was my first time too. All I knew is that we shot the video, and then after that I didn't see it after. How it was edited, how it turned out, how I looked, nothing. So I was next to him and I was super nervous too. I was like, how did it come out?
But he seemed to enjoy the cover that you did.
Yes, he said that because of my 밝은,
your bright,
my bright energy, he said he really liked it, and as a solo artist, if I show that it would be good.
Okay. All right. Now, normally I wait a few more minutes before we go into a song break, but today we're getting so many messages.
Oh my gosh.
I think I'm going to have to reserve at least a good 10 to 15 minutes just for messages from around the world. A lot of our listeners are tuning in from the Philippines too, so I actually might have to just give you a few pages because it looks like a lot of those questions are not in English, and I wish I could read, but yeah. So I'm actually going to just try to give them to you. But what we're going to do is take another listen to one of the other tracks, which is off of your debut album. So it is a single album. I Wish It Were You. Is this the proper English title?
The Korean title is 너였으면 해. But the English title is I Want You. Actually.
I Want You. Okay.
I Want You.
So thank you. See, this is what happens. Sometimes they get translated on YouTube, and then we have to go by that. So again, for those of you who wanted to, so the actual English title is?
I Want You.
I Want You. Okay. So what kind of song is it?
This song, compared to Trouble, is a little more lovely, and it has a more acoustic feeling, and it's that kind of pop R&B track.
All right. So for those of you who haven't taken a listen to it, we are going to take a listen to it. Like I said, I'm cutting it a little bit earlier today so we can get ready for the third part with your questions. So we're going to take a listen to I Want You, and we'll see you guys back after this with your questions. All right, so it's hour 2 of K-Poppin'. It's Be My Super Rookie Day. We've got Kriesha in the studio. We've been talking about this during the song break. I think we've been breaking a few records with our views.
Wow.
Thanks to Kriesha. So I think we need to make you a weekly guest and just have you in the studio every week. You can sing for us every week. I actually just gave her all of your questions. So she's going to be choosing the questions for today. So you can either read their country and who it's from and the question. So I'll leave it up to you. So, what's the first question?
The first question is, as big part of Filipino culture, What song did your family always tell you or force you to sing at family parties?
Yeah. Oh, so Filipino families are just like Korean families. Oh, okay, I get it. All right. So what's the song?
Well, I don't think force more than force. I think the family friends always had songs that they requested, and that was Journey's Open Arms.
Oh, it was a pop song.
It was a pop song.
Oh,
at
okay.
that time.
Okay. A lot of our listeners are asking if you could say something in Filipino.
In Filipino. Hi guys. Hi guys. Si Kriesha ne. Oh, thank you nga nagtanaw mo and always, how do I say this? Mahal ko din kayo. Salamat.
Okay. So next question. You have the questions. I don't. So it's completely in your hands.
It's in my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is your ultimate goal? My ultimate goal is to be a singer that can inspire others and make other people happy when they listen to my songs.
I think they already do that. So I think you're living both of your dreams right now. Okay, next one.
Can you introduce yourself with A-Pink's Mr. Chu for us?
What? What?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I did this on K-Pop Star.
Oh.
Let's see if I can do it again. Kriesha Chu. Kriesha Chu. 작은 기계추. 미국에서 살았어요. 음악을 좋아해서 한국에 왔어요. 한 번 더 제 이름은 Kriesha Chu.
Oh, that's actually very memorable.
Thank you.
That is actually very memorable. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you.
Next one. Next question.
Next one is, which country would you select as the best place to spend a holiday?
Ooh.
Aha. Well, when I think of holiday, I think of Christmas. And I think here in Korea, Christmas is really warm and it snows here. It doesn't snow like it does in America or Philippines. So I think spending holiday here is...
You were in a region where in both places that don't really get a lot of snow.
Yes, the Bay Area and the Philippines.
They don't really get a lot of snow. It gets cold.
It gets cold, but there's no snow.
There's no snow.
It's only cold.
Okay, next one.
Oh, these are messages too.
Yeah.
Mian from Philippines says, thank you for guesting. To Kriesha, I've been your fan since your audition on K-pop. This is my first time fangirling ever. Oh my gosh, this is your first time fangirling. Oh, thank you so much. I'd like to congratulate you and please stay well always. Yes, I will. Thank you.
We've got a message from our YouTube live stream. Kriesha is asking, do you have any plans on acting?
Acting? Well, I don't think it's impossible, but for now, I am working on music, and if I do get a good chance in the future, then I will try.
Okay. So you're not totally against it?
I'm not totally against it.
Okay, so maybe we can see your act later on. Okay, next question.
Leo from Spain says, please say hi, Kriesha, for me. Hi. Hi, Leo from Spain. Harshika from Sri Lanka says, hello, beautiful Kriesha. If you could get a chance to join a girl group among these three groups, which would you choose? Twice. A-Pink, Sonyeoside.
Ooh, that's so
wow,
hard.
That's hard.
Oh, that's so hard.
That's hard. I will choose Sonyeoside.
Okay, Girls' Generation.
Girls' Generation.
We've got Marianne from Canada. This question actually has been coming in from a lot of the fans today. They want to know what the fandom should call themselves. So I think you need to figure that out today.
Today, I don't even know either. The company hasn't come up with one either. We don't know yet. But I think if... wow, I have that many fans. Usually this stuff doesn't come out yet. I think if they would give a lot of requests, then maybe we could choose from there.
Okay.
Maybe
okay,
that
so
would be a good idea.
She's open to request. So where could they send these requests in?
You should send it to our company.
Through your main page or through Facebook or?
I did open up a fan cafe, I think, 2 days ago.
Okay.
I think they should send it over there.
Okay, so guys, go find the fan cafe and
find my fan cafe.
Yeah, and start sending in some choices so that they can choose. Okay. There's been also questions about your ideal type.
My ideal type. My ideal type is actually pretty simple. It's just someone who likes music as much as I do.
Aww.
And that's it. Of course, they have to love their family.
Of course.
And they have to be free. Free and carefree.
Okay. So nobody who's too uptight.
Yes.
Okay. Who's your inspiration? This is actually a question that's coming in from our YouTube live stream. So who's your inspiration?
I get inspiration from a lot of things and a lot of people. Because there's so many things to be inspired. My family is my inspiration, and through music-wise, I have music inspirations from the Philippines, not only in Korea, but also in Korea, in the Philippines, also in America. Just a lot of inspirations.
Well, that's good. Being inspired is a great way for you to give us more music.
Yes.
Okay, is there any more questions that you would like to read from the pamphlet I gave you, actually? There's actually a lot of questions that came in
There
today.
is. Oh, I watched your V-Live shows, and your little brother Jaden is adorable.
Oh, yes, he is. I was going to talk about that earlier, too.
But the funny thing is, my brother has been coming out on V-Live more than I. And every time I come on V-Live or Insta Live, everyone's always asking about my brother. And yeah, I guess my brother is just a little more cuter than I.
I mean, there's a huge age gap between the two of you. So what's it like having such a little brother? Such a little brother.
Well, I not only have a brother, I also have a sister named Kirsten. And
she told you to give her a shout out today, didn't she?
No. I wanted to say that I also have a sister, guys. My sister, Kirsten. It is like a shout out, right? I am the oldest, so... But, yeah, it is hard because I'm the first one to try everything in the family, but it's okay.
It's okay.
It's
Even
okay.
there's a little bit of pressure. It's okay, Mom.
It is. It's okay.
Dad.
I'm like the third parent. It's okay. But the third parent is in another country, so I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay. Another question came in. Would you like to produce your own songs in the future?
Yes, if
Okay.
I can. But I do have to practice a lot and work harder to be in that position. But until I get there, I will work hard.
Okay. Are there any instruments that you play?
There are instruments that I learned and forgot.
So what's the long list of instruments that you learned and forgot?
The long list is, piano and guitar I'm doing again.
Okay.
But during my whole middle school and part of elementary school, I played clarinet in the school band. And that is the end. Recorder.
Yeah, me too. It's interesting how I did clarinet for about the same amount of time you did. I remember nothing.
But I think that time I did pretty good. Yeah,
right?
I think I was pretty good that time.
I think it's the magical thing about the clarinet. You forget.
You forget everything.
You forget everything. Okay. A lot. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if she's going to do this. We're getting a lot of requests that you do a little bit of egyo.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It can be anything.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Kriesha Chu.
Oh, okay.
It was short and very nerve-wracking.
And we got a nice response from the outside staff. Everybody started moving once you did that. We've got any other questions that I gave you earlier that you would like to read? Any other messages? Because there were a lot.
There are a lot. What food do you like to eat?
Oh, favorite food.
In Korea, I like tteokbokki.
Ooh, okay.
I feel like I have to do one in America.
Each country. One in each country. Okay, yeah. For San Francisco, Bay Area food that you missed the most.
Bay Area. What do I miss? Hamburgers. In-N-Out.
Okay.
In-N-Out burger.
What Filipino food do you miss the most?
Filipino food. A dish called sinigang. It's a soup that we have there, and I miss it a lot.
Have you ever gotten a chance to go back and forth, like to visit?
Yes, Actually, I was able to have a fan meeting in Cebu, Philippines a while ago. And that was super fun. I got to meet all of my fans.
The fans keep talking about a concert that's coming up. Is this true too? Are you having some more performances there coming up?
Well, I think there will be activities this summer. Then there is also the K-pop star concert happening here in Korea.
Oh.
So I will be doing that too.
Okay. Now I want to see, I think we have time for about one more question from the messages that I gave you. So you can choose one last one.
One last one.
And you can take the rest with you. All the messages that came in today, we're going to send them off with her so she can read them at home.
No, thank you so much. Do you like watching Korean dramas? Yes.
Your most favorite Korean drama then?
Well, there is one K-drama that did get me into K-pop. And the English title is Boys Over Flowers.
Oh, Boys Over Flowers. That is a popular drama.
Very popular.
And you really, really, really liked it. And that's how you got into K-pop.
Yes, it was my first Korean drama.
Wow. Okay. What was the thing that you loved about it most?
About it? Well, that was my first time watching it. Mm-hmm. So I liked the plot and all the drama.
And all the drama.
All the drama.
Oh, you got to give it to Korean dramas because they do bring up the drama. Okay. Unfortunately, they're kicking us out of the studio because it's already overtime for us. So I don't want to say goodbye, but we have to. So tell the fans what else we can look forward to. Is there's any performances that we can look forward to, any music broadcasts, anything. Please tell the listeners what we can look forward to.
Well, as I said before, we have a K-pop star concert coming up this summer, and we are practicing for that, so please look forward to that. And always keep supporting my new album, and Trouble and Noise Minhee, and I will work harder so that I can come out with another album and keep making good music for everyone.
Okay. And I'm going to try to find every excuse I can to bring this cutie back into the studio.
Thank you.
Her last song request for today is Highlights track. It's their new song, Calling You. I want to thank you, Kriesha, for joining us today, and we will see you very, very soon.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.